Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Rimjim and you are watching us on ARTpop Design Studio. We guide and help students for NIFT, NID, UCC, NATA, all kinds of design preparations happening in India for entrance exams and also for people looking out for design jobs abroad or internships or are looking for studying abroad. So ARTpop Design Studio is basically a place where you can come and learn about design. And yes, we do design a little differently, like we say. Today, as you can see by the title, we will be talking about how to crack exam of NIFT, which is happening on 5th February in less than 30 days time. A lot of people think it's impossible, but I don't feel it's impossible at all. If you give your 100%, if you divide your time properly, you are sure to qualify the first round of NIFT. So in this whole video, I'll talk about GAT, CAT, I'll talk about NIFT, BDes, MDes, MFM, MFTech, BFTech. So in all, this is going to be a really holistic video where we will try to discuss the things that I did to qualify for NIFT. People who don't know, I am an alumni of NIFT Bangalore 2012-2016 batch. I did my accessory design from the institute. So let's start then. So the first tip I would like to give you is that for everyone, GK and current affair is coming. There's no doubts to it. GK will come, current affair will come, and this year 2022 January 2023, so in the world and in India, so do important events. In GK you can always do film awards, awards in music industry, art and culture awards. Recently you saw RRR won in the Golden Globes Awards. Of course, you will have so many movies that were nominated for the Oscars. So those things you can learn. You can look at world news where Indians did something good, like Olympics or Commonwealth Games or FIFA. So sports events, Indian art and culture events, music events, awards and honors. So make sure any kind of some protest or news happen in India, some new changes in in the fashion industry or design industry, some news related to that. So make sure your GK and current affairs of 2022 and 2023, like till before your exam, you are completing it month wise. Make a list of January, okay, these things happened, February, March, April, and so on. So do not miss this topic. It's really important, even for your CAT part, even for your GAT part, even for all the fields you are giving the exam NIFT for. Now the second thing that I feel you should do, this is for students who are doing BDes and MDes. Daily do a lot of line practice. Make sure that you are not using scale when you are drawing and you are doing a lot of freehand drawing. So when you get up early in the morning or before you start your practice work or solving questions, make sure that you are taking a newspaper or a plain sheet of paper and you are holding the pencil, and make sure you are holding the pencil and not working like this. You are trying to move your whole wrist where your whole wrist is moving. So make sure that you are practicing freehand lines, like horizontal, vertical. Make sure it's diagonal. Do a lot of ellipses, do a lot of circles, triangles. So do a lot of line practice, because single line drawing is really important for the NIFT exam. Of course, a lot of people debate and we still confuse ourselves that is sketching important, is drawing important, or is your idea or concept is more important. So obviously your concept and your sketching is much more important than your sketching skills and your drawing skills and your coloring ability, but you should still be able to represent your ideas in a way that is neat, that is presentable. There, if you are cross hatching, if you're using double lines, if it's your smudging, those things really don't work in a design exam. So make sure your single line freehand drawings are super great and super awesome, which means if I have to make a mobile phone, the outline, the button lines, the screen line, these lines are more important. For example, if we take this hook, so make sure what lines do you see? You see this line, you see this line. So these are the things which are important, to identify the object lines, the product lines. So make sure you're doing a lot of line practice. Even on YouTube you'll find a lot of videos where they teach you how to do a lot of line practice. For GAT, be it for BF Tech, MDes, MFM, BF Tech and all, there's a UGPG syllabus PDF which is given on the website of NIFT. If you go to the admission sections and below you go, there's a UGPG syllabus PDF they have made. So, each number of questions in each category of GAT. In quantitative ability, how many questions are coming, what is the syllabus of quantitative ability of maths, that is also given. If there's something extra in English like idiom phrases, substitution of words, synonym, antonyms, all this is mentioned in the PDF. I really highly recommend students to do not follow books like Arihant or any other random books that other coaching people or other people are giving, because NIFT as an institute has uploaded few things for you which you should focus on only. If it's written idiom, study about idiom. If it's written profit and loss, study about profit and loss. If it's written interest or rate of interest, then do only that. So make sure whatever is written in that PDF, according to the weightage of each part, give that much time only. Do not do extra, do not waste your time, because such few days are left. And understand and always remember, it's a competitive exam. There is a time crunch. So make sure that you are focusing that, okay, 10 questions are coming from this chapter, okay, 20 questions are coming from English, or so and so XYZ. So make sure that PDF is in front of you. You take a printout of it, put it before you are reading or you are working for anything. Okay, so I hope I have made myself clear for GAT. Practice will only make you better. And one really common thing I want to tell you for all the students who are giving NIFT this year, that if you will calculate the number of questions coming in English plus GK and current affair, that's basically 50% of the GAT paper. So make sure you focus a lot on the topics that make your strengths really, really good, so that you are very short about how much marks you are getting in those topics. Now again, another thing you should do in the coming 20 days is, please do not stress is something that really takes away from your preparation, gives you a very weird and awkward kind of feeling. So be really cool about the pressure. I know there's a little bit of pressure, and if you have little bit of pressure, it definitely speaks about how much important the exam is for you. But just make sure that you are not over stressing, you are not seeing someone else's work and getting depressed that, oh, I can't work like that. I'm sure you are not comparing yourself to others, because you are working for your seat. So make sure you are doing everything possible which is there, and don't be in that anxiety phase, pressure phase, like negativity phase. Make sure you are away from people who are not motivating you, who are not helping you, who are distracting you. Just stay away from that whole environment, because for design you really need a very fresh and a really positive and a really understanding kind of an environment. Because if today I am sad and angry and distracted and someone tells me, oh Rimjim, make a poster on so and so, I'll be like, oh, I'm not interested. So yes, if you are in some stress, in some pressure, kindly distract yourself till the exam. Make sure you are away from all these kinds of things that are coming your way, and you have your own path, and you are really focused that, okay, this is my time, in this much time I have to do this, and I cannot dwell on stress and anxiety so much. And listen to podcasts before you're sleeping, after you wake up. Do guided meditations, listen to Zen music, listen to mantras in the morning. I am sure manifestation and all these things will really help you to calm down your anxiety and increase your focus. Okay, another thing that I did before my exam preparation, or I recommend my students or all our students are doing these things, are watching a lot of design documentaries that would help you understand design as a subject theoretically. Make sure you know series, movies, and documentaries on big artists, famous. Designers are something that is helping you evolve your design knowledge. It could also come from design podcasts on Spotify or YouTube, or TED Talks. Just make sure holistically you are really increasing your design knowledge and you are prepared about that. Okay, this is the course I am joining. In this course these things are going to be taught, and this is what I have to learn for the next 4 years or 2 years, and this is the industry I'm going into. So make sure you are well aware of what's happening in the design industry currently, what has happened before, what will happen in the future. So make sure you are aware of design as a whole subject. No one needs to tell you the difference between design and NIFT and what is National Institute of Fashion Technology all about. So make sure you are well versed. Read the prospectus, read your course details, search those keywords online. Make sure you know why you are sitting for the exam, and why you want to clear or crack and go into the college. Another thing I think that could help you is to make a list of topics after seeing previous year's papers. As much as it is important to solve previous year's papers, what came last year, last to last year, at least 5-10 years papers of your course. If you're giving BF Tech, then BF Tech paper, MFM paper, BDES, and so on. So make sure that sample papers, so you are definitely solving, and side by side you are making a list of the topics that are reappearing or are common, and there will be many for sure, because syllabus has been same of NIFT for a really long time. The pattern has changed, which has the GAT has become an online medium, and you are giving it online from last year, but the most syllabus has been same. Maybe the teachers, how they are checking the drawing section of the exam has changed, because of the intellectual ability of the kids have changed or grown, but the syllabus per se, as that you have to become a good designer, show your concepts and ideas, is same. So when you make a list, you will see a lot of topics that are reappearing, like okay, blood relation will reappear, direction sense test will reappear, LCM HCF simplification, unseen passage, this will reappear, poster design will reappear, color grid questions will reappear, stamp maybe, or mascot design will reappear, or product design will reappear. So make sure these things you have a list of, and you are solving as many questions as you can of that. Precaution before, I don't know what's the line, that take precaution before care. So prevent yourself in going in exam and being someone who is like, oh my god, what did I sit for? I have no clue, I have not done any practice. Because if you ask me, NIFT is a really simple exam, it's not that tough. So if you sit down and you jot down everything, make a journal, make a to-do list, you will be able to finish the maximum part of the syllabus. And of course my details are there, you can always reach out to me, and I'm also there to help you. We have a free group in which we post regular material, and for NIFT specifically, because a lot of students were asking me, and the exam is in 5th Feb, and it can't be very high paid and longer sessions. So 2 hour session daily I am taking for NIFT, and I'm charging only 4,999 rupees for the same. So if you feel like joining that, where till the exam we are practicing all the sample papers, all the mock test papers, we are trying to discuss one-on-one, we are solving maximum number of topics. If you want to join that session, you can always WhatsApp me your application and join that class. I have limited seats. I thought I'll take it to 15, 20, but 10, 12 are already filled. So if you feel like you want to join that, and before exam you want to do a quick revision, a rapid things where I can teach you tips and tricks, then definitely you can reach out to me, and we can see how to go on from there. And in that, I'm also giving free classes for the second round of exam, so, and counseling help. So if you need that, if you feel that no, I haven't done any practice till now, I need to do more work, and I need to practice a little bit more, you can always reach out to me. Now coming back to the NIFT exam, another thing is that a lot of students were asking me that how does GAT and CAT happen. So it will happen on the same day in your admit card. First it will be GAT, a computer based exam, and that card CAT, or vice versa. You will have a break in the middle. For BF Tech, MFM, MF Tech, it will be just one paper. I'll also add the description. In the description, I'll add the link of the video I made previously where I've answered these questions. I've also told about admission guidelines, what's happening, what's not happening in the paper. So those kinds of exam related technical doubts I have answered in that video. So make sure that you are doing that. Now a lot of students also ask me, if I go blank in the exam, what I do. Then this is specifically for the CAT students. If you are giving MDes and BDes, then if you go blank and you don't know what to answer, so it won't happen that you won't know what has to be done in the question. Maybe you will be doing it 10% better, 20% better, 50% better, but you will know what is supposed to be done in the question. The CAT of the exam of NIFT always has 3 questions, 3 hours. There's enough time. Even time management skills is not required that much, because it's not NID where so many questions come in. Right, so it's a pretty basic, simple structure of the paper where there are 3 questions. 3 of the questions have options, so it's not even like there will be only one question and you have to do that only. There will be options. And if you are still blank, then always think of these 5-6 things that I'm going to tell you now for designing. First thing, if you don't get an answer and you want to brainstorm on futuristic design. Futuristic design as a topic is really good to play with. You can learn online, or you can join my classes and learn about it. But yes, futuristic design, where for example a ketchup bottle in 3030, how will it look like? So try to brainstorm where you are making the existing product in a way where in the future it has gadgets, it's technically very strong, it has a lot of functions, it's completely futuristic. If you still can't brainstorm and you are stuck, move to the second type of brainstorming, which is brainstorming on the environment. So try to create some eco-friendly kind of product. Try to make a product where you are not trying to harm the environment. You are using all the eco-friendly things. You are not doing cruelty on the environment in this. For example, you are making a bag with vegan leather, that could be a solution for it. Another way of brainstorming is thinking about your social design or social environment, where if you want to create a bag, now you are creating a bag for someone who is blind, who's disabled, maybe someone who is for women who wants a safety. So some social issues that are there in the society, if you try to design on these topics, of course you can get more marks, and you can do better in exam, because it shows your sensibility that you are so much responsible socially and environmentally also. So sustainable design, these kind of topics will also help you. If you still can't brainstorm and come up with an idea, then of course Indian handicrafts, art movements like surrealism, impressionism, pop art, you can take inspiration from those, or you can take inspiration from kalamkari, madhubani, fulkari, these kind of handicrafts which are famous in India. So have an in-depth knowledge about these things, so that you can use them on bag design, in belt design, and t-shirt design. So make sure you are doing these kinds of things. And the last way to brainstorm could be like solving some kind of a problem based on your personal experience. For example, if again we take the example of bag, then maybe when I go to office, I don't don't have enough space in my bag to keep my laptop, and also maybe I'm having some kind of problems and I want to rectify the problems of the product. So that way also you can brainstorm. And again, brainstorming, ideation, mind mapping, these kinds of things are something you need to do on your own. Someone can guide you, someone can help you, but your own brain or your own creativity has to come out. Never in the exam do something in a way that you are copying someone, you are copying from Pinterest, Behance, because trust me, we all have seen that. And if you have seen it, I have also seen it. The teacher who's checking your paper has also seen it. So make sure if you are creating something, it's in your own style, it's in your own uniqueness, it's something which is new. And the last tip I would want to give everyone is that always think about the third or the fourth or the fifth or the sixth idea. The first idea that is in your mind will also be in the mind of others. So even in the exam hall, one important tip for everyone, be it as BF Tech, whoever is there, there will be a lot of distractions happening in the exam hall. Someone will be drinking water, someone will be going to washroom, someone will be sitting, someone will be cheating. Anything could happen in the exam hall. Make sure you're not getting distracted by what's happening around you in the exam. You are fully in focus, you are neat, you are presentable, you are clean, you are focusing on the question. You are trying to attempt as many questions as you can. If there's negative marking, do not attempt if you do not know the answer. And yes, all the best to all of you. I hope your preparations in the coming day is wonderful. If there are any doubts, you can definitely leave your doubts in the comment section, or you can message me and I would love to help you out. And hope your paper goes well. Thank you so much.